And yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tez back at you for another Digimon episode breakdown, discussion, and review. First and foremost, I'd like to say I know I missed the previous episode. I just had a lot of stuff going on that weekend, so I was not able to record or get that out. But to sum that all up, Mimi did her thing. You know, they pulled through, did their thing, and it was an amazing episode, as I'm pretty sure you've already watched it. And just even with this one, like I'm having a little bit of a hard time recently, just having a little bit more time to actually get these as fleshed out and as detailed as I would like, so bear with me. This one will be way shorter than normal, but just gonna crunch it down to the more digestible bits without giving much of the long-windedness of my other videos, which I prefer to do, which I just don't have the time to fully get it fleshed out as I would like to today. But mostly summing up episode 37, this was pretty much overall a character development episode, more so in light of Matt and Gabumon's bond, being that his crest is the crest, or he's the representation of friendship. Even as the flashbacks we saw earlier, we saw him and Gabumon, or more Tsunamon, he hasn't really been the closest, or his bond hasn't been the deepest with Gabumon, unlike Tai and Agumon, who from the beginning had been on one accord, even with the random bursts of energy that you can see kind of relay their crest, or the embodiment of what it is that they individually are. Even like with Izzy's case, when he has to use his brain a lot more, where knowledge is key, and that's how, you know, his power-ups and his bond with Tentomon and Kabuterimon seem to show. But we even saw, as we know even from the older episodes and from the original series, Matt has always been one who's very aloof, and it is taking him a hard time to grasp the concept of friendship, which is mentioned to us by Joe also as well, saying that he never expected him to say these types of things. More or less Matt unraveling some of his layers and saying, you know, I actually do need help. I can't do this alone. Like, this is where friendship is key. This is where, in the one instance of a show, unlike many other animes that we know are the shonen variant, where the power of friendship always beats and wins, in Naruto, Fairy Tail, so on and so forth. But that's honestly what this episode was. And we still had the comical side of it with, you know, Joe. If you don't recall, in the original franchise, when it was not the original franchise, sorry, in the original first series, where Joe kind of did something similar with the Bakumon back, I think it was when Myotismon was coming out, like he got them all to do the chant. I want to say he was the one who triggered the chant. I could be very wrong, but there was an episode with Joe and some Bakumon, and I do recall him chanting, so I thought that was pretty neat to see that they brought something else back, just like an old Easter egg, you know, if you remember this similar instance, but making Joe seem like some kind of deity, even though he's basically doing what he would normally do when he had headaches, as he said, like, oh, my headache's gone. I guess this is what he does to calm his mind or to stop his head from hurting. And we ultimately see towards the end Gabumon and Matt, more so Matt, acknowledging the fact that, you know, he isn't able to do everything by himself, and that he does need Gabumon, and he's very close to Gabumon, and Gabumon is near and dear to him, even from the beginning, when he first, you know, became his partner. And that's more or less it, even up until the point of beating Mephismon, who I was like, man, it's weird. This whole episode was kind of creepy, just seeing the whole thing with Gabumon up on the cross and stuff too. I was like, ooh, you know, I don't know how certain people would take this, but you know, it kind of just is what it is. But yeah, guys, like I said, not the longest in-depth video, but I do think this was a good thing overall, because, you know, Tai and Agumon have gone through the ringer. Like, you've seen them almost at ends of losing one another, and you could see how serious the bond is and how close they are, which is why I think this was very important for Matt to, one, not only have this type of moment, but two, it really helps when he does get Metalgarurumon. Like, that's one of the things that's needed. Like, the bond between partner and tamer must be, you know, at its core synced across the board. Like, when we get those random bursts of Omegamon, we still don't know how that comes about. I think it's more so of a like-mindedness between the two, you know, Tai and Matt, in addition to the same bonded energy that their partners are feeling at that time, which brings that about in random miracle moments. But like, just moving forward, they need to find a way to fully be synced 100%, you know, through and through. And then I think when we get the next episode, maybe not even in the next episode, because I think it should still be like, his introduction should still be climactic, you know, kind of climactic, like how War Greymon's was. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you all for the next episode. Like always, y'all be good, be blessed, you know, keep safe, wash your hands and wash your ass, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.